About 3 months ago, we released the album, The Anomaly, the first album by PoweRule in over 20 years. The name speaks for itself. It's a return of a group that was prominent in the mid and early 90s. But due to certain things, we sort of disbanded, and everybody went on to do their own thing. The last things we did were singles for Hydra Records. Shout to Jimmy Familari. We did Dawn to Dusk and Rock You're Not Quick. That was Eric Sherman and Groove Merchants VIC on production. Then we did the Dolo label, which was Stretch Armstrong's label, and we released Bright Lights, Big City, and Well Connected. And then we did Black Wax label, where we did Heating Up, It's Your Right. Two of them were produced by Mark Ronson and the other by my boy Larry Blaze. Probably Mark Ronson's first records that he probably ever did, I think. And I had the opportunity to get into the studio off of the mixtape that I did for a brother by the name of DJ DeVito out in Philly, who's awesome. He contacted me online. I did a song called Grace, and it was about the political climate in New York City last summer, which has basically not changed since. And with that song, it got the attention of a couple of really good producers. So I came to the studio one day after work, and Lord Finesse, Large Professor, Beat Nuts, Psycho Les were in the studio with my man DJ Axe as well. And I thought I was there for some sort of, I don't know, to watch a rap hip-hop production summit or something, but it actually was, they were there to work on my new album off the strength of the lyrics they heard on the song I did for the Neighborhood Sickness mixtape by DJ DeVito. That ended up being on my album, and the album just developed from there. And then we worked with a lot of great producers on this album. My boy Self Service, very accredited producer, Psycho Les from Beat Nuts, Operator M's, VIC, man, I'm forgetting, Team Demo, Large Professor, DJ Axe, and Jules Bolden. And I might be missing somebody, but it's a great gathering of producers. And for the CD that we're going to have coming out on Redline and the Wax, we're going to add 2 bonus tracks, one by Ayatollah and one by Lord Finesse. So that's the state of the album and how it was made and who was involved with the production. And since the release of the album 3 months ago, we've charted with a single, Glorify and Praise by Large Professor, on most of your major webcasts, podcast, college radio, as high as number 2, number 4. And it's an anomaly. It's a great thing that a group that wasn't expected to come out with anything comes out with something now and is doing so well. And I appreciate it, but I also know that it was the efforts of hard work and a dedication to excellence. You know, the art of picking beats is very, very underrated. In order for an artist to be an excellent artist, he has to be an artist that knows what beats fit him. This is something I learned later on in time, and I promised myself if I ever came back again, I would only pick beats that are right for me. And I only do collaborations with people that I know or people that we have a relationship, and I didn't want any contrived, collaborations. I don't want it to look like it's a mixtape. I wanted it to have the sound, the look, and feel of a PoweRule album. Those type of things have been lost throughout the years, and an identity of a song when it comes on that you could tell it's a PoweRule joint. So that's how I approached it. That's how it came out. And then the lineup of the album, the way I sequenced it, was definitely a a process that took about 2 or 3 weeks to make sure it had the right flow, ups and downs and valleys and peaks and just everything working, storylines, political issues, just hood joints and everything. But I figured that I got it right, and the album flows smooth from beginning to end. I want them to go on a little journey of what PoweRule has been through and what we've done. The opening track, Through Your Eyes, produced by DJ Axe and I forgot, all the cuts on the album are by my man DJ Eclipse. Big up to Eclipse, that's my dude. I wanted to set the tone of New York City, which a lot of rappers, I feel, from here have abandoned, but I embrace it, where I'm from, what we do. I love New York. I love Queens. I love all my boroughs. But, I feel like people are sort of abandoning the fact that they're from New York. So I wanted to set the tone immediately, and Through My Eyes definitely sets that tone. And from there on, you just feel the energy of New York City throughout the album. That's the tone I really wanted to set, and that's the tone that I want people to recognize that this is a real New York hip-hop album with no compromises. Vocally on the album, features include a quick cameo, but whatever, it's important, by my man Large Professor on Glorify and Praise. You have 718 that features Psycho Les from the Beatnuts and Tragedy Gaddafi, my dudes. You have The Line, which has my boy Curious, Dave Darr, Mike Miller from PRC, and myself. And then you also have Free, which features my boy EQ Lyrics and my young G, Sonny Banks. All of these people are my friends. You can find it on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, Google. You can even just find it on YouTube as well. It's out there, it's ready, and it's a sort of thing that has been catching on slowly but surely, and you definitely won't be disappointed. If you love hip-hop, if you love real hip-hop, you will not be disappointed.